Hey, what's up, everybody? This is GalacticJerry bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against a person named Aaron, and he's carrying a Crofragigus, I think that's how you pronounce it, and a Togekiss, Bisharp, Lucario, Hariyama, and a Kingdra. And as usual, I'm carrying my Sylveon, Suicune, Kangaskhan, Arcanine, Espeon, and a Porygon too. And I'm pretty sure he's going to Mega Evolve his Lucario at some point, since that's the only one that has a Mega Evolution from his team. And of course, my Kangaskhan is going to be my Mega Evolution. So let's get this started. So he starts out with a Kingdra, and I start out with my Sylveon. So he goes for Flash Cannon. I wasn't really expecting that. So at this point, hopefully my Sylveon is able to take the hit. While I go for my Calm Minds. So at this point, I probably figured that I should be able to take another Flash Cannon since I got the Calm Mind Special Defense boost. And okay, he goes for another Flash Cannon, of course, and I'm able to take it pretty well and survive. And I do go for my Draining Kiss to get some of the HP back that I've lost. And I'm able to get more than enough to survive another Flash Cannon. Well, I'm able to get another Draining Kiss off. But unfortunately, he decides to switch out to Togekiss. I'm able to get a decent chunk of HP back from the Draining Kiss. And right here, I decide to switch out to my Espeon, expecting that he was going to do a Thunder Wave, but he decides to go for Air Slash, and it's able to do more than half. And I am able to get a Calm Mind off, so I was really disappointed. I was really expecting a Thunder Wave. What happened there? Did my side shock really just miss? That was really strange. How does that happen since it has 100% accuracy? And I don't know, but my Espeon failed me this turn. This time, I mean, so. But at least I'm able to get some damage off. And I do get the Intimidate off. It shouldn't really matter for Togekiss. And I do go for Extreme Speed, knowing that I should be able to take it down. I was thinking about going for Wild Charge, but I decided not to, since I would have gotten two recoil damage from the Life Orb and the Wild Charge recoil. So he sends out Crofragigus, so however you want to call it or pronounce it. And I decided to go with my Sylveon. And he goes for a knockoff, one of the most annoying moves out there. So there goes my leftovers. So at this point, I'm not sure what I did. I think I might have gone for Calm Mind. Okay. I'm gonna need it since I don't have the leftovers anymore, and it sure is going to help my Draining Kisses. Then he sends out the Bishop. I guess he was expecting me to switch out, but I stay in and go for my Hidden Power, Ground type Hidden Power, and I'm able to get a decent amount of damage. Then he go for Sucker Punch. That was really strange. So luckily for me, I'm able to survive that hit because it's not very effective. So I go for another Hidden Power, and down goes Bisharp. Then he goes back to his Kingdra and goes for a Hydro Pump. I guess he was expecting me to switch out to Arcanine to take the Flash Cannon. But luckily for me, I just do decide to stay in. I'm not a big fan of switching out Pokemon. Usually just leave him out there and do as much work as he can. And since my Sylveon doesn't have leftovers anymore and it had low HP, I might as well just leave it out there and do as much damage as it can. So at this point he decides to go for Hariyama and does a fake out. Luckily for me, the Q charm gets activated and I'm able to do a draining kiss and get a decent amount of HP back. Unfortunately, the Q charm doesn't really work in that turn, and he does a bullet punch and doesn't really take a lot of damage away from me. So at this point I figure since I'm faster, I'm going to do another draining kiss and get as much as HP as I can, knowing that Hariyama has a ton of HP. Then he decides to go for Lucario, which is going to be problematic if he goes for a bullet punch or something. But my Sylveon has been doing a pretty well job so far. He goes for high jump pick. I guess he was expecting me to switch out to any other of my Pokemon. So now he goes for bullet punch, knowing that I'm not gonna switch out. But luckily for me, my hidden power did a lot of damage, and Q-Charm gets activated, but it doesn't really matter since my Sylveon's out. And then I go for Kangaskhan, and then he predicted me to use Fake Out. So he sends out this mummy Pokemon called Frafrigus. I already got to work on that pronunciation. But for now, let's call it Mummy. Okay, I do go for Fake Out, and of course it doesn't affect them. And I decide to switch out because I really am trying to save my Kangaskhan for Lucario, just to get the Fake Out. Then I decide to go with Porygon 2, and I do get the Trace. He goes for Will-O-Wisp. And I think this turn I decide to go for, let's see, I'm pretty sure it was Toxic. Yeah, it was Toxic. So at this point I'm just trying to stall out this mummy Pokemon. Then he goes for knockoff. Oh no, there goes my Eviolite, which is not good because it's really useful. But at this point, I don't know, I just figure my Porygon 2 has become useless, so I'm just gonna leave him out there and do as much as I can with it. Then he goes back to Lucario, and I do recover, and he goes. Okay, I do switch out. Okay, to my Suicune, I guess, just to take a hit. Because I am going to need Porygon 2 if I do plan on stalling out Mummy Frafrigus at some point. So pretty much just send my Suicune sort of sacrifice. I go for Protective, hoping he was going to do another high jump kick. But no, yeah, he's smarter than that. But no, well, I'm just gonna leave him out there and let him die. I was really hoping he was gonna miss, but of course he doesn't miss. Then I decided to go with Arcanine. Get the Intimidate off, so okay, that's gonna be useful since Lucario has a pretty high attack. Then he withdraws and took a Frafrigus, okay. And at this point, I went for Flare Blitz, and of course I get the Mummy effect, which is not good. That could be good, it depends. And I do get the 2 recoils from Life Orb and Flare Blitz. So at this point, since I noticed that Flare Blitz did quite some damage on Mummy Frafrigus, I'm gonna keep using Flare Blitz and hopefully just take it down at some point. because it's really messing with my plan of using Fake Out against Lucario with my Kangaskhan. Then he goes for Pain Split. He's trying to get some HP back, but doesn't really matter since he's poisoned, so he should be taking some damage if the more turns he stays out there. So at this point it's a win-win situation for me. And I have enough HP to go for the Flip Blitz and take down Cofrafricus. So no more Ghost Pokemon to interfere with my Kangaskhan. Then he goes back to Lucario. At this point, I also went for Extreme Speed, but I was really not expecting him to have Extreme Speed as well. Well, luckily for me, he gets the Mummy from the physical contact he made against my Arcanine. So he doesn't have his original ability, which can be good. And I trace Mummy, so we both have Mummy, so it doesn't matter what he does. He goes for High Jump Kick. Doesn't go that well for me. And he gets a critical hit too. Then I finally stand on my Kangaskhan, my final Pokemon. So at this point, I go for Fake Out finally. Hopefully it was going to take it down, but doesn't do the job. So now I have Mummy. So at this point I don't have many options but to Sucker Punch this thing. And hopefully it's enough to take it down. Which barely does, so luckily for me. I take down Lucario. Yeah, this match could have gone either way, but I don't know, it was just a matter of predicting and surviving hits. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I hope you liked it too. And if you can, please subscribe and check out some of my other Wi-Fi battles that I uploaded. Thank you, and until next time.